time to get on up. There ain't nothing you can do about what happened, but there is something you can do about today. Yeah. I know you're feeling caught up in your situation. Your blood and sweat got you feeling some type of way. Just don't forget everything got done. Just don't forget everything you've done. Please remember all your blessings up on you. Yeah. Just do it, come on. Don't give up yet. Just a little longer. Soon we'll be going on our way. Oh yeah.
We're moving on from yesterday. We're gonna throw the towel. So don't move your body.
So get up on your feet and make a move. Feel the groove. Nobody can do it like you.
We're moving on from yesterday. We're gonna throw the fear away. So don't move your body.
So get up on your feet and make a move. Feel the groove. And everybody sing it out now.
We are gonna get there someday. We are gonna get there someday. We are gonna get there someday. Soon.
But until then we gon' shoot for the moon now.
We are gonna get there someday. We are gonna get there someday. We are gonna get there someday. Soon.
But until then we gon' shoot for the moon now.
We are gonna get there someday. We are gonna get there someday. We are gonna get there someday.
But until then we gon' shoot for the moon now.
Interim is a program where we take 3 days and suspend the normal school day and just send kids basically all around the city and the world to learn new skills, have new adventures, just new experiences that they've never encountered before.
We have a wide variety of Interim courses. We have all the way from free and local courses to big trips. And so we try to offer a good variety to satisfy all the different interests and budgets as well.
One of the goals of the program is small group interaction of students with a faculty member, where a faculty member is sharing their passion of something that they've learned over the years, or together they are experiencing a new passion and learning something new together.
As a language teacher, Interim has been instrumental for me to be able to take students abroad into the countries that we study and learn about in the classroom. It's one thing to talk about flamenco dancing in the classroom and just watch a video, but it's another thing to take students to Spain and let them experience a flamenco show in a gypsy cave. And those are memories that hopefully will last a lifetime.
Interim is important because it gets us to give an educational component outside of the halls of Brentwood Academy.
Students are learning, but at the same time relationships are being built. And I think those relationships are being built because they are outside the typical traditional classroom. They are spending extended time together in a different environment.
They're breaking bread together. They're just spending quality time learning a new skill together, and there's a bonding that takes place in those hours that you can't beat.
That was the first time I have ever.
One of the things we love to hear is from our alumni who years later we hear the stories of how Interim has impacted choices that they've made and passions that they've developed in their lives, and it feels so good to know that we planted a seed.
Alumni tell us all the time that their Interim trips and their Interim courses are some of the best memories that they have from high school.
am Alyssa Hall, Brentwood Academy's school counselor, and I am excited to introduce you to a new member of my team. We are getting a facility dog here at BA. His name is Winston. He is wonderful. He has been trained for a long time to be a service animal and had a little bit of a career change. So now he is a facility dog, and he has been trained in the last few weeks of his training to serve the BA community. We are so excited to have him on board and getting to support our students and our faculty here at BA. So now it's time to meet Winston.
Parent, teacher, coach, or friend.
You're just gonna come around and greet y'all, okay? That was a cool. We're gonna do knuckles, okay? Can you do knuckles? Knuckle? Okay, here you go. Knuckle. Here's another one. Knuckle. 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 Good job, baby. Push this. Good. Push this. Good. That's good. Good boy.
Oh, you can bother me,
Here, Winston.
buddy.
Look.
Look what I got. Go get it.
I did this for like 45 minutes the other day.
Bring it here.
Can you give a hug?
Come on, get up here.
Can you give a hug? All the way down. All the way down. That's a good hug.
Every day.
That's a good hug. Good boy, Winston. Look, pick the trash up. Put it in the trash can. Good boy. Good boy. Good. Give her a high five. It's just me. Oh, thank you. Sit. Sit. Wave goodbye. Yeah.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
Nation.
Welcome to Bellevue, Tennessee, where tonight the Brentwood Academy Eagles face off against the Ensworth Tigers. My name is Scott Holmes, along with Chris Woodley and Jeff Wilson on the sidelines. Should be a beautiful night here over in West Nashville where Brentwood Academy and Ensworth will face off. Brentwood Academy in the all-white. And, Chris, this one is always a barn burner.
It really is. This one tonight, big stakes. Number one in the West on tap here tonight. And Brentwood Academy really needs to win this one. The East has proven to be the toughest side of the league all year. And you don't want to end up playing 3 Eastern teams to win the state championship. So, big matchup tonight. Both teams 6-2. Brentwood Academy averaging 39 points a game, just 24 for Ensworth. But this game, Scott, I mean, we can look at stats all day, but it's going to be tight. And Coach White said that yesterday.
Yep, so Brentwood Academy should face off. One of the guys to keep an eye on, number 6, the senior Jordan Barnes, 6 foot, 185 pounds. You can see right there, 13 receptions on the year, 3 of those headed to the house, 26 yards per reception. Jordan has done a great job on both sides of the ball. Yeah,
I mean, lots of Eagles going both ways this year for Brentwood Academy, and, he's one of them. And, we talk a lot about Deuce Scott. I mean, he's playing great at tailback, but maybe even better at linebacker. So Ensworth, they don't have a lot of bodies either. So 2 small schools with bigger reputations, and tonight it's all on the line for the Western number 1 seed.
The guy to pay attention for them, number 2, Shamar Porter, the Kentucky commitment, had a Kentucky 6'4" receiver, and they try to throw it up to him, Chris. 8 of his 28 receptions have gone for touchdowns.
I think that's good. But, there's sometimes when you get here at warm-ups and you look around to the opposing team and, a lot of guys look fairly similar, and then all of a sudden one looks just a little different, and he's that guy for Ensworth. He looks a little different, and BA's going to have their hands full slowing him down.
So Brentwood Academy comes into this game 6-2, 3-0 in the conference. Things to watch. Who to watch? Number 1 for the Eagles, B.A. Deuce Scott, the running back, number 40. He's the senior. They've been going with him all year. Ensworth goes with a 2-headed attack for the Tigers, Cooksey and Smith. So both, as Coach White told us, both very good. The kickers, George Laster, has been fantastic. Not only extra points and field goals, and also the Ensworth kicker has been incredible with 11 field goals, penalties and turnovers. Kind of the key to every game, but when you come into a game where both teams are 6-2 and 3-0 in the region, that's definitely something to look at.
Anytime you come into a big game, Scott, where you feel like the matchup is pretty even, and that's how we feel tonight, where we feel like either team could win literally at this moment. It's going to come down to mistakes, penalties, turnovers, special teams. And BA's been incredible on special teams this year. Almost every game the week of, Coach White feels like Brentwood Academy has the advantage on special teams. He did say Ensworth has improved on special teams. He still feels like could be a small edge. Boy, any little edge you can get in these kind of games are actually really big.
For Brentwood Academy, 8 is enough. Brentwood Academy's won 7 games in a row against Ensworth, and how the West was won, this game right here will determine who will finish first and who will finish second in the West region for Division II AAA as Brentwood Academy takes the opening kickoff up to about the 24-yard line. And that's where they'll start 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Brax Belleville on the return.
BA with a chance to earn the first points here and land the first blow, Scott.
George McIntyre, the 6'5 sophomore, number 12, will be back at quarterback. Coach White told us yesterday, look at the running game. Keep an eye on the running game. They have to run the football.
And our partner Jeff Wilson talked about 3 and outs. When you run an offense like this, 3 and outs are just brutal. So BA needs to pick up this first down and not go 3 and out.
Screen to number 11, Meyer Pereira. Picks up 3 or 4. Sounds like Ensworth has a new DJ.
It does, and I was going to say, one of the things Coach White talked about yesterday is trying to get work more of the screen game, and we see it on the first play.
McIntyre gives that one to Scott, gains maybe a yard across the 30. It'll bring up 3rd and 4 for the Eagles.
A little disappointing there. Ensworth really stout right up the middle. Their defensive line, big guys, inside linebackers do a great job. So that's going to be tough sledding in there unless they can run some traps or counters.
3rd and 4, Eagles keep it on the ground. Deuce Scott tries to get outside. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. And Brentwood Academy, a quick 3 and out. As
Just what you didn't want.
Exactly. They said establish the running game. Ensworth is right there to stop it. So Brentwood Academy 3 and out on their first possession.
Not the ideal start. Let's see if we can flip the field here with a great punt.
Rob to snap, Baronis to punt for the Eagles. Baronis, a low kick's going to hit and roll. Ensworth will have it. Taken down around the 35-yard line. That's where Ensworth will take over. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. First and 10 Tigers. Will stay on the ground. Good run for Ensworth, and that's what they're going to look to do, right, Chris?
Yeah, Levi Moore, returning quarterback for the Tigers, is a good runner and good passer, but really good runner.
Levi Moore, the senior, 6 foot, 185 pounds.
Ball be spotted at the Tiger 48-yard line. Will be 1st and 10 Ensworth.
Moore goes to the air. Colby Harmon.
Nice play.
Great job by the sophomore, number 23, Colby Harmon, defending the pass.
Well, he had a step on Harmon, but pass a little bit underthrown, and Harmon made up some ground and made a great play. Ensworth trying to go for a quick, big play vertically, and I think we can see more of that tonight, Scott.
Ensworth likes to run the hurry-up offense like the Eagles. Give off the left side. Deuce Scott is the first guy there. Along with number 56, Davis Green.
Nice stop by the Eagles. Chance to get off the field potentially.
Bring up 3rd and 8. 9:42 left to go in this opening quarter.
Brings up 3rd and 8. The Tiger 49-yard line.
Moore's got time, got a little running room off the left side, runs out of bounds. He's going to be close to a first down. I think he's going to have it.
I think he's got it. Definitely, if you watch the replay, Scott, some jersey grabbing here by the Tigers, but not called. And there will be penalties missed all night. And that was one of them. And the Tigers convert the 3rd down. Not to say there was anything egregious about it. It just, officials aren't perfect, right?
1st and 10 Tigers at the 43-yard line. Screen out to Porter's, got some running room, knocked out of bounds by Harmon and Scott, but not until he gets to the 35. It'll bring up 2nd and 2.
Ensworth off to a great start here. The Eagles need to tighten up. It's interesting, both teams the week off last week, Scott, and you never know how a team's going to respond to having that week off.
Ensworth 2 wide outs to either side. Number 5, Mark Smith next to Moore. Moore looks, he's got some running room. It's going to be incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd and 2. You got to think 4-down territory, right, Chris? 3rd and 2 from the 35.
I was thinking 2-down territory in midfield. So
right.
At 3rd and 8. So, yeah, I'm definitely thinking 2 down here. Good news is both defenses should be used to practice against hurry-up
Right,
offenses, right?
right.
Shouldn't be too many surprises there.
3rd and 2 from the near hash, ball at the 35. 9:06 left to go in the opening quarter. Give's going to be to Smith off the left side. He's going to get nowhere. Luke Smith, and number 55, Jabari Simmons.
About a half-yard short, Scott.
So it'll bring up 4th and a short one. Obviously, the Tigers will go for it. Moore keeps it. He's got enough across the 30, 25 inside the 20, down to the 16-yard line. Colby Harmon wraps him up. But you'll be able to hear the Brentwood Academy coaches. They're about 7 feet to our right, and they said quarterback run.
They got that one right, didn't they? It's too bad the players couldn't hear them.
Yeah. So Levi Moore, obviously, the ability to run gets a first down. So 1st and 10 from the 16 for the Tigers.
Moore's legs have been the key to this drive so far.
Give's going to be to Smith off the left side. Jabari Simmons, the first guy there. Luke Smith also. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. 7:52 left to go in the opening quarter. If you're looking for your middle school student, they are right behind us on the practice field. There's about 230 of them playing two-hand touch.
Scott, talking about Simmons, I'm sorry, missed a game or two, had surgery. He's out there playing with a cast on his arm. Good to have him back. And A.J. Barbat missed the last game. He's back out there.
Moore throws that one.
Almost picked.
Kason Kalmus. You'll be able to see right here on the replay, Kalmus read it. Moore threw that one just a little bit behind him. Kalmus could have had the easy pick as he threw it right there at him.
Well, that would have been nice, Scott.
Yeah. So it'll bring up 3rd and 10 from the 16. 7:26 left to go in the opening quarter. Let me tell you right now, this is like being at a Grizzlies game. This DJ is all over.
I wonder why you're dancing the whole time.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
Both teams thinking 2 down territory, Scott.
Ensworth will take their first time out. We'll take it with them. No score. 7:26 left to go in the first.
Ensworth would like to recognize and thank our game sponsor for tonight, Mercedes-Benz of Music City.
After the timeout, 3rd and 10 for the Tigers. Ball at the 16-yard line. Give to Smith. Jabari Simmons, the first guy to bring him down. They bring up 4th down. Coach Rock Batten looks over. They're going to go with the field goal attempt. Ball's going to be spotted at the 20-yard line. A 30-yard attempt. Kick is up. And it's no good with 6:45 left to go in the opening quarter. Your score still, Brentwood Academy 0, Ensworth nothing. First and 10 Eagles, ball at the 20. McIntyre, 2 wideouts to either side. Deuce Scott's next to him. They'll give it to Scott off the left side. Scott gains 4. Chris, that's kind of what you want on first down, right?
I'm just trying to stay ahead of the chains. I mean, 4 yards or more is what you're looking for. But what a Houdini act by the Brentwood Academy team there, Scott. Great drive by the Tigers. Get down here. VA bends but doesn't break. And then the Tigers miss a field goal. A little deflating for the home team. Here comes a hold, Scott.
Yep. This one's going to come back as McIntyre's pushed out of bounds. There'll be a holding penalty against the Eagles. Of course, we're calling it before it's been called.
But we're talking about that before the game.
Right.
Penalties
Yep.
and turnovers, right?
Yep.
And this is a penalty that is going to take you from second and right at 5 to, I guess second and right at 15.
Right.
And you get behind those sticks all of a sudden and everything gets harder. Actually, let's talk at second and longer than that, Scott. Second and 29.
20.
Penalty in the backfield, right? Yeah, 19 maybe.
Yeah, 19. So second and 19, we'll call it 20. Ball is going to be spotted once they get it in. We'll call it second and 21. Ball at the 9. McIntyre has time, has places to run.
Oh,
gets it out to Meyer Pereira, almost picked off. Good job by the Tigers right there. And one thing McIntyre's going to do, obviously he did it last week, is probably going to have to tuck it and run some.
He is, and I'm going to give credit there to the Tigers secondary because he did have some time, but nobody open. And, Scott, this is random, but the ball is at the 9 and the box guys on the almost 11. So that's I'm staying confused here, but not that matters.
Third and long for the Eagles. McIntyre rolling. There's another holding penalty. That one's going to be right at the 1. Throws that one up to Pereira. Catches it, but he's out of bounds. And this one close to being a safety, Chris.
Well, was he in the end zone? Let's look at this. No, he's outside the end zone.
Yeah, they got it at the 1 yard line. So either way.
He never actually got into the end zone.
Well, the holding penalty, though, if it happens in the end zone.
Yeah.
Let's see if.
Goodness. I wish they'd say the numbers, not because I want to identify the kid, but.
So they'll decline that. So either way, Brentwood Academy's offense doing nothing but going backwards on the first 2 possessions. 5:46 left to go in the first.
Yeah, this is an offense that averages 39 points a game. Points, of course, you have to look at the opposition for both teams. And you wouldn't think points would be an issue.
Low punt for Baronis last time. Robbed a snap. Baronis to punt. Good snap. Kick off the side of his foot's going to hit and take a Tigers roll. And Ensworth's going to have great field position. First and 10 at the 36 with 5:37 left to go in the first.
Eagle 37-yard line by number 27, Brax Belleville. It'll be first and 10 Tigers.
First and 10 Tigers, ball at the 36. Pitch outside to Smith. Good job by Kalmus. Kaysen Kalmus, number 24, right there to gobble it up.
Oh, no.
I don't know what the penalty is there.
Hopefully not a face mask.
We'll check and see. We'll wait.
Just gobbled him up. No, I never saw a face mask there.
No.
Well, good job by the defense there. And if this is a penalty for face mask, I'm going to be disappointed because we just saw the replay and we saw it live and we never saw it either time. So I'm going to say it's against the Tigers here.
Okay. There was no face mask. Yeah.
So maybe the guy that didn't make the tackle.
So we'll watch the replay again. Smith gets that. Jason Kalmus right there.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm speechless.
Yeah. Either way, they called it. They'll take it. Tigers will have it 1st and 10 at the 26. Levi Moore keeps it. Levi Moore continues to keep it as A.J. Barbat brings him down, but not till a gain of 9.
Yeah, Levi Moore's running is the story of the first quarter so far. That and the odd face mask call.
Second and a short one, under 5 left to go in the first. Or gets that one out. Colby Harmon makes the tackle. Number 11, Sean Johnson on the reception. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Tigers right at the 10-yard line.
Well, Ensworth's dominated the first quarter, Scott. It'll be interesting to see the statistics, and going to be all Tigers unless something changes here in the last 4 minutes.
3 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the far side. Moore goes to the near side. That one's going to be incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd and goal for the Tigers. Ensworth doing a lot of substituting on offense. Brentwood Academy really not subbing on defense.
You know, for a team that likes to go fast, they're doing a lot of substituting.
Right.
Normally you like to keep your personnel in there so the defense can't substitute and all that. So it is a little interesting.
Give to Smith. Taken down. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal. Number 60, Hank Weber, the first guy there.
Nice play by Weber. Just stayed home, got him to the ground, and the Tigers so far, after getting 1st and goal at the 10, are -1 in 2 plays. Let's see if the Eagles can get another stop and maybe force another field goal attempt.
3rd and goal from the 11. 4 minutes left to go in the first. Look for number 2, Shamar Porter. Is number 1 guy. They're going to get it out to the left side.
Nice play.
Great job by number 6, Jordan Barnes brings them down. It'll bring up 4th and goal.
So 4th and goal, field goal time, Scott.
Yep, they'll bring the field goal team back out.
You know, if you're the Tigers, you're like, we've had 2 incredible drives. We're dominating. There's 3:43 left, and we're hopeful to be up 3-0.
They don't pay us the big bucks, but Paulos Stephanos in the kick for the Tigers. This ball will be spotted at the 12, a 22-yard field goal attempt. Snap is down, blocked.
Look out!
May get it on the bounce, and they don't, but either way, it's blocked. So the Brentwood Academy defense steps up again. So with 3:35 left to go in this game, your score still 0-0 between the Tigers and Eagles.
Ball will be spotted at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, Brentwood Academy.
First and 10 Eagles. Ball at the 20-yard line after the block field goal. Give's going to be to Deuce Scott, kind of waiting. Looks for a block, gets one. Across the 25, up across the 30 for a Jonathan's Grill first down. Up to the 31, maybe 32-yard line.
I've been waiting for a Jonathan's Grill first down.
Well,
or Jonathan's Grill, either way.
It's taken a while, right?
Yeah, that's a long time coming right there. The initial first down of the game by the Eagles.
They'll keep it on the ground, give it to Deuce Scott off the left side, stays in bounds. Nope. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds right at the 30, inside the 35 and 36. We'll call it 35 and a half. 3:08 left to go in the first quarter.
Scott, Coach White emphasized yesterday, we have to be able to run the ball in this offense, and they have tried to run the ball a lot tonight. Successful the last 2 plays, not so much before that. And let's see if that helps McIntyre in the passing game.
Brax Belleville checks in, gets the call on the first play, maybe gets back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6, under 3 minutes left to go in this opening quarter. It's been all defense right now, especially for the Tigers.
Especially for the Tigers. Brentwood Academy with a couple of big plays on defense to keep the Tigers off the scoreboard, but the Tigers are dominating the stats so far. And here come the Tigers with lots of pressure. And there's a great pass by McIntyre. Scott.
Good job pass, McIntyre to Landon or Luke Wells for the first down.
Boys,
yeah, Landon's going to replay that. Number 21, Luke Wells, the senior, for a Jonathan's Grill first down. McIntyre to Wells up to the 48-yard line.
That's a big 3rd down conversion by McIntyre and Wells.
Give to Belleville. Great first down run. It's going to be 6, almost 7 yards. As Brax Belleville, the junior, has come in and done a great job all year backing up Deuce Scott.
Well, you just like, I always say fresh legs, and it's early in the game, so maybe that's not applicable, but he just seems like he's always got fresh legs. Oh, goodness.
Belleville
I think he got it right at the stick, Scott.
pushed out of bounds. We'll see where they're mark it. I think he's got it.
It's definitely right at the sticks. There's no question about that. Maybe short. It looks like they're marking him short, though.
3rd and 1. They'll have to go with the screen to Ian Scott, and didn't run up there very hard.
He got
Took the
it.
hit, and he got just enough.
Yeah, good thing he only needed about a half a yard, right?
Yeah. He didn't really stick his head down to get it, but he got the Jonathan's Grill first down. Eagles, 1:37 left to go in this opening quarter.
Yeah, if that was 1 yard or 1.5 yards, we'd be talking about 4th down conversions right here.
They'll run the same play to Scott again. It's maybe 3 yards.
You know, they want to run the screen game more, but based on how Scott is feeling, let's just say.
Hard to run laterally.
Yes.
Yeah. Fake to Deuce Scott.
Oh, he's got him.
Throw to Ian Scott. McIntyre completes it across the 20, down to the 18-yard line to number 1, Ian Scott for the Jonathan's Grill. First down, and the Eagles have something cooking.
Now that's the route I'm expecting them to run right there. And maybe they were setting that up because they're way smarter than I am.
So Ensworth totally needs or Eagles take a timeout. We'll take it with them. Under a minute to go. Still no score. We got Jeff Wilson down there in the sidelines. Jeff, offensively, the Eagles have done something different this series, and it's working.
Yeah, and even if, you want points here, but even if you don't get points here, just get your defense off the field and let them rest a little bit. But, yeah, they found, mixing it up, getting a couple of popping a couple of runs and then getting, exposing down the middle. You want to come away with points here, but again, we talk about not going 3 and out. This is definitely moving in the right direction in that regard.
1st and 10, Brentwood Academy, inside the 20 at the 18-yard line, under a minute to go. McIntyre looks, throws a quick one out to Kalmus. That'll be incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
McIntyre's pass, intended for number 24, Kalmus, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 from the Tiger 18-yard line.
Give to Scott up the middle. Maybe a couple of yards, Chris?
Yeah, it's tough sledding right up the middle against this group. And, I'm really expecting and have expected to see more counters and traps to try to get these big guys leaning the wrong way. And so far, it looks like BA's going right at them.
Give's going to be to Deuce Scott off the left side. He's got some running room. Misses it just a little bit. It's going to bring up 4th down, and you would think the Eagles would try a field goal here with 27 seconds left to go before half. I was going to say they may let the clock run out, but it doesn't look like it.
Scott, it It's so easy up here, isn't it? Like you see all the lanes, don't you?
Yep.
And, you know, when you're down there playing, it's not so obvious. But good run by Scott. Got it close enough to think about going for a first down. But with 5 seconds left, it looks like Laster's going to kick a field goal. I don't know if he can get it off here, Scott.
No. That'll be the final play of the first quarter. So no score at the end of the first. It's Brentwood Academy 0, Ensworth 0. And we'll make sure we'll go to the Brentwood Academy cheerleaders. I know we got a chance to talk to them before this. A camo out. So the Brentwood Academy cheerleaders, Riley Alexander, Jamison Arthur, Mary Jocelyn Arthur, Willa Kate Biggs, Anna Claire Caldwell, Captain Allie Clark, Mackie Clark, Carson Clift, Audrey Cornelius, Captain Emmy Desher, Meg Edmondson, Channing Hendricks, Haley Hepler, Mary Caroline Holmes, Captain Mimi Husband, Sophie Jacobson, Taylor Ann Moore, Megan Wynn, Grace Simpson, Emerson Simpson, Anna Smith, Anna Claire Stringfellow, and Abigail Ward, your 2022 Brentwood Academy cheer squad, coached by 93 graduate Rebecca Holmes and her assistant, 1993 grad Kristen Smithson. So, as always, take a good look at the Eagle because we'll let you know at the beginning of the fourth who the Brentwood Academy Eagle is tonight. It's always a mystery, but we appreciate all that they do. At the end of one, still no score. Rob to snap, Brinkman to hold, Laster to kick. 29-yard field goal attempt for the Eagles. Boy, if this was against Ensworth, this is going to be a first down Brentwood
Academy. It's kind
Academy.
of a big deal if it's against Ensworth.
Yeah, and I think it is, the way they're pointing.
Goodness gracious. Boy, Scott, this has just been an odd start to this game. I mean, I don't know what I expected, but it's been an odd start.
What a bad mental mistake by the Tigers, as this is going to penalize. The ball was at the 12.
Is that illegal participation?
Yep.
So we got 12 guys on the field defending a field goal.
After the timeout.
After the end of the quarter.
Yeah. Golly.
Well, that's
Coach Batten's looking around going, who can count to 11?
Yeah. Oh, he's got to be pulling, well, I was going to say pulling his hair out, but it looks like he's got less than I do. So maybe there's nothing left to pull out, but that's got to be frustrating if you're in
bad
orange and
penalty.
black. Goodness gracious.
First and goal now for the Eagles, ball to 7-yard line.
Uh-oh. Boy, it looked like he about dropped it, Scott.
Yeah, mishandled that, and Ian Scott hadn't played for 2 or 3 weeks, and they try to give it to him on the quick run, and that is going nowhere. It's going to bring up second and goal. They'll probably lost a couple of yards back at the 9.
Well, we'll talk about sometimes overthinking things. That felt like one of those plays right there. I don't know. Oh, pressure. Pressure. He's going to get rid of it.
Throws that one away.
Great job to get rid of that, but boy, he paid the price too.
It's going to bring up third and goal for the Eagles.
Tigers really got to him quick there. And if BA's not able to convert here on third down from about the, 11 or 12? 9. Man, I'm looking at the box, and he's not even close.
No, he's not.
So I got to look at the ball. Anyway, third down from the 9. If they don't convert here, they're going to be trying 3 again.
Third and goal from the 9. 2 wideouts to either side. Deuce Scott next to McIntyre. McIntyre rolls, looking.
Goodness gracious.
He's going to get sacked.
It's going to be a longer field goal attempt now than it was before the penalty.
Number 9, Jankowski, has dominated the last 2 plays. You can see right here, just totally comes untouched and just runs right by his guy, untouched. And Brentwood Academy's Eagles offense is just struggling.
Just struggling. I mean, I'm glad they put together 3 or 4 first downs on that drive. But they're going to have to shake the rust off tonight, Scott, and get it going. Let's see if Laster can bail them out and get them a lead here.
So Rob to snap, Brinkman to hold, Laster to kick. It'll be a 39-yard field goal attempt on the right hash. It's going to be offsides Brentwood Academy.
We missed it wide right, not that it matters.
So they'll back this one up 5 yards.
Now all of a sudden you're thinking, I don't know, man. It's a long one now, Scott. 44 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Laster's got a good leg, but that one didn't have an extra 5 yards on it. I don't know. I guess you go ahead and try it again. But, man, degree of difficulty just went way up.
So this one will be from the 34, a 44-yard field goal attempt. A little chilly, but really
not bad. Feels like football weather, right?
It
I mean, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's comfortable tonight. Rob Brinkman, Laster.
What's a
snap
great
is
snap.
down.
What a kick. Goodness gracious.
Kick is up.
He got it.
And it's good.
Wow.
With 10:02 left to go in your first quarter, your new score, Brentwood Academy 3, Ensworth nothing.
Brentwood Academy 3, Tigers 0. Baronas to kick off for the Eagles. Deep for the Tigers, number 1, Martez Cooksey. Number 23, Hayden Colwell. And number 15, Zayden Moore.
Barona's set to kick off for the Eagles. 10:02 left to go in this second quarter.
First time we've got to play the game tonight.
Yeah, I know. London Baronas. What
you
you
got?
thinking?
I don't know, man. The flag's still. It's cold.
4 yards.
I'm going 4.5.
Ooh, that's a push.
Probably a push, yeah. Well, actually, you would win because it was probably 4.
That's true.
So I hate to admit defeat. But
For entertainment purposes only.
Only. Got to say hello, shout out to Carolyn Dobbins. Hope she's watching tonight.
Yep.
She's been under the weather the last few times we've checked in with her, and she's our number 1 fan, so we're rooting for her and hope she's watching.
Had Joe Taylor up here a couple weeks ago with us, former 3-time All-State football and wrestling
Has he gotten over Saturday night yet? I'm asking for a friend. I'm
that's true.
just curious.
He's a Roll Tide. Tigers have it, 1st and 10. Moore looks. They're going to give it to him. Pass is complete. Bring up 2nd and 2. Sean Johnson on the reception.
Oh, goodness, I don't know. I mean, okay.
The replay official.
It's nothing conclusive.
No.
You know, we couldn't overturn it if it was our decision. So
a lot of people say, why are we playing on Thursday night? Part of the main reason is everybody had to play on Thursday night, lack of officials.
That's right. So
Just
sign
not a
up.
number.
If you want to be an official, do it. This is your chance.
Moore with some running room. Kalmus and Simmons get him, and not until Moore gets another first down for the Tigers.
Yeah, 2nd and 1, and he got 1.5. But that's all you need, I guess, to get a first down and move the sticks. And Levi Moore, really, his wheels are the story for the Tigers here in the first half on offense. He's made so many plays so far, and he's got a good arm too, but he's gotten it done with his legs so far.
The 1st and 10 Tigers, 8:55 left to go in the second quarter. Eagles lead by 3. Give's going to be to Smith off the right side. Lost containment with Kalmus, and they're going to get it up to the 50. We've got the coaches to the right side, and they're not happy right here with this left side. As you can see, Kalmus came running in. Good block by Porter, and Mark Smith is able to gain about 15 yards.
Well, that was a well-designed play against this defense, and I don't even know that any players, screwed up. Let's put it that way.
1st and 10, Tigers. Pass complete to Porter. It's going to be pushed out of bounds by number 23, Colby Harmon, after a gain of about 4. First quarter stats, Brentwood Academy and Ensworth both had 5 first downs. Rushing yards, Eagles with 23, Ensworth with 48. Both teams, Brentwood Academy had 65 total yards on offense. Ensworth had 77.
I can't, honestly, did it feel that close to you? Nice play.
Great job by Brentwood Academy. Number 3, Isaiah Kane, was the man that was there at the right time at the right place.
That looked like film study there, Scott. And, boy, he just read it right off the bat, beat the block, and made a form tackle. Beautiful play by Kane.
So 3rd and 7, broadcasting live from Bellevue, Tennessee, home of the Ensworth Tigers. Eagles lead 3-0, 8:07 left to go.
No place better to be tonight than the 3-7-2-2-1, Scott.
3-7-2-2-1, kind of easy to get over here.
It is. Well, actually, there's a lot of traffic going.
Well, they were all
getting
coming,
off work.
they were all coming from the Bellevue Mall.
Truly.
If you were here in the 90s, you know all about it.
I do. American Eagle, and what else was there? I can't remember.
Spencer's Gifts.
Yes, that too. Wait, it's 15.
So 3rd and 7 at the 47. Moore's getting a little pressure. He's got some room. Rolling. He's going to throw this one up to Porter.
He's got him.
He's got it. Oh,
wow,
just
what a
incomplete.
play.
It's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that's the kind of play if you're Brentwood Academy that scares you, Scott, because you got a quarterback that can sling it. You got a big wide receiver, and nice ground made up there by Barnes.
Yep.
I'm so bad with numbers, but good. Glad he was able to make up that, because that's the kind of stuff that you lose sleep over if you're a coach, I guess, right?
Yeah. Ensworth bringing on their 11th man at the last hour. 6 seconds left to go in the play.
Oh, I didn't know where you're going with that.
Yeah. Punt team. Let's delay a game for the love. Just call it. Ensworth
Back him up. How about a timeout, Scott?
That was a bless your heart play, right? Like that guy. Like, we've been running punt team for 9 games, son. So bless your heart. Run out there when we say punt.
I know
team.
you're like hoping for a timeout here soon,
Yeah.
right?
Oh my goodness gracious. So 4th and 12 after the penalty from the 48-yard line. 7:29 left to go in the second quarter. Eagles lead by 3. Case and Calmus backed up all the way to the 15-yard line. This one's off the right side. It's going to take a Tiger bounce inside the 15 down to the 14. That's where the Eagles will have it. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Touchdown by number 65, Silas Bosch for the Tigers. Ball be spotted at the Eagle 14-yard line. Will be 1st and 10, Brentwood Academy.
First and 10, Brentwood Academy. 7:18 left to go in this second quarter from Bellevue, Tennessee, the Tigers and Eagles. McIntyre gives that one to Scott off the right side. Is going to get 4, maybe 5. And Chris, Coach White told us yesterday they want to run the football.
Well, you know, sometimes you have to be stubborn about things, and obviously not work in the first 2 drives. And you see it starting to work a little bit more. Not that it's every play, but you got to stick to it.
McIntyre gets that one to Barnes. Barnes gets out of one tackle, needs a block, gets it across the 23 to the 24.
It's a nice play.
Maybe a yard short. Bring up 3rd and 1. Good play by Barnes. You can see just.
I mean, the defensive lineman there is all over it, and he just shakes him and picks up a big block there by Big Gilmer and gets it out there close.
Gives going to be a Deuce Scott. He's got running room enough for a Johnson's Grill first down up to the 28, maybe 29-yard line. You mentioned it. Weber, Gilmer, Hereford, Simmons, Green, Peterson, all those guys are doing a great job tonight.
They definitely are. And, you know, we saw, just looking back to the NBA Ensworth game, no success on the ground early, but then later on had success. But you've got to stick to it. You can't abandon it.
Deuce Scott keeps it. Gains another 5 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 5.
I know everybody'd like to see Jalen Hyatt streaking down the sideline and and hitting him for a 60, 70, 80-yarder, all except for maybe Joe Taylor. But, you know, you got to stick to the ground game here and be persistent.
2nd and 4 for the Eagles. Scott keeps it. Brought down quickly. Going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Well, Scott, you know, he's a guy that wears on you throughout the game. Big back, runs hard, and this offensive line is a big group. And you like to think in the 3rd and 4th quarter that those gains are getting bigger and bigger.
Pitch to Scott. Doesn't really have much blocking. He's going to have to do this on his own. Got across the 41. It's going to be enough to the 42 for another Jonathan's Grill first down.
Tell you what, that pitch was a little scary, but once he got a handle on it, he was turning the corner. Great, tough run there by Big Deuce Scott. He's acting like he wants to come out of the game, but I think they're declining that request.
1st and 10 Eagles. 5:06 left to go in the 2nd quarter. Eagles lead 3-0 over the Tigers. Here come the Tigers. McIntyre's got time now. He throws this one up to Rob. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me?
I don't know.
I don't know who the penalty's on, but.
Well, I didn't think there was a penalty, so
I didn't think there was a penalty either way.
Both guys are kind of pushing around and trying to make room, and I don't know. I'm going to stop guessing tonight. Let's see. What do we have here?
They're going to call pass interference against Rob.
He did push off a little bit.
He did.
I mean, he did.
Hit him in the numbers, too. You can see it. So he got a little – McIntyre's got time, throws it up.
That was better than the face mask call or whatever.
Yeah, he pushed him right there at the end.
Yeah.
McIntyre put it on him, but he drops it.
I'm going to give the official break there. I think he got that one right.
Yeah, good call. So either way, bad break for the Eagles. Drop pass, penalty. They'll back it up 10 yards. We'll see if Coach Batten takes this.
Yeah, I would think so. It's
15-yard
penalty.
It's Thursday night. It's Thursday night. I don't know if this DJ is from the Heartthrob Cafe at Fountain Square or what.
You're digging this.
This guy, I mean, it's there's not a quiet second over here. I mean, it's unbelievable.
I've never seen you happier.
Well,
on top of a press box.
It's not much Whitney Houston, but it's a little Pitbull. I know you went to the Pitbull concert, so.
Well, if you know, you know.
Goodness. It's 2nd, and you're deep in Bellevue right now.
Almost
first, yeah. Williams on the carry for the Eagles. Now Brax Belleville is going to check in. It's going to bring up so they took the penalty, so that was first down. Now it's 2nd down.
And Kingston Springs.
Yeah.
What do you do here, Scott? Just try to pick up some of it. Get your punter. Get some yards for your punter.
2nd down. They're going to throw the screen to Belleville.
Nice call.
Stays on his feet. Good job.
I love that call.
50,
Let's go.
45. Enough for a first down, and Brax Belleville runs over a guy and gets a first down, and a great play there by the Eagles.
I mentioned it earlier. Coach White yesterday said he wants to work on the screen game more, and I think that's what he meant right there.
Right. Good job. You can see right there Belleville's keeping on his feet. Good blocking downfield. And Belleville quick enough and fast enough and got outside. And a great carry as Deuce Scott's going to get that one. Tries to get upside in the probably gains. Gosh, he's going to get 3, Chris, which is okay, right?
Well, you know, that was 0 in the first quarter. So, you know, I think they are sticking with it. I mean, I think they're being very stubborn, and wisely so, because the passing game hasn't looked great except for that last screen throw. Boy, Ensworth really bringing pressure constantly against the sophomore. Look at Big Scott. Look at him roll.
Deuce Scott should have enough for another Eagle. Jonathan's Grill first down. The Brentwood Academy offense is rolling right now, although they only have 3 on the board.
They are really loading up that box, Scott, and trying to get pressure on McIntyre when he does drop, and really trusting their secondary.
It's going to be to Williams, and this penalty is going to go against the Eagles. I don't think Brentwood Academy was set.
Yeah, I think you may be right.
Say that again. Sorry.
Over and over and over, you're recording this, I know.
Let's keep it for my highlight video. Put it on Huddle.
Tweet it out tomorrow morning.
See if I can get a commitment. And say,
Tweet it out tomorrow morning.
Thankful to visit for CBS Sports.
No interviews, please.
Oh, there it is. The obligatory sideline warning.
Oh, no, sideline warning. Yeah. Oh, dang. Okay, well, shoot. No
It's always
harm,
won
no
a
foul.
game.
Actually, they did mark it off, didn't they? No?
No, just
That's actually where it was before.
Yeah. The sideline warning.
Okay. But when's Ensworth's coming? It'll come. It'll happen.
Just stay here, people.
It'll happen. It always does. Both sidelines get a warning. That's been our experience anyway.
2nd and 9 for the Eagles. Gibbs going to be to Williams off the right side. Up across the 20 inside down to the 19. And, Chris, are you thinking 4-down territory? I mean, another 3 really doesn't do much for you, although the Brentwood Academy defense is playing great.
I don't know. Let's see how this play goes.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. 3rd and 4. McIntyre.
Oh, pressure.
They brought pressure.
I'm going 3.
Well, and Ensworth's kind of pulling a Tennessee against Alabama.
Yeah.
They're bringing one more.
Yes.
You can see right here
That's
on the they're bringing one more. They're bringing 6, and they only got 5 to block.
That's right.
And McIntyre's got no time.
So let's see what kind of adjustments Brentwood Academy makes going forward at halftime. It's 2.5 minutes till halftime. But I think we're going to see a field goal attempt here. Captain Obvious. Let's hope he hits it like he did his last one. And I got to say, the snap was absolutely outstanding, crisp, right on the money, and that's a big part of it.
Rob to snap. Brinkman to hold. Laster to attempt the 42-yard field goal off the right hash.
Oh, there's a timeout, maybe. We hit that one well. Hit the goalpost.
Hit the goalpost.
Upright. Oh, well.
And Ensworth.
Oh, that would have cost them.
Is going to take a timeout. We'll take it with them with 1:57 left to go in the second.
Thank you again to Mercedes-Benz of Music City for being tonight's game sponsor. Visit mbofmc.com to find out why they are Nashville's premier Mercedes-Benz dealer. Parents interested in learning more about kindergarten at Ensworth and the K-12 experience are invited to a kindergarten admission luncheon on Wednesday, November 9th. Please visit ensworth.com/visit to learn more information and to register.
Just got a penalty over here, but it's not a penalty. As we told you, stay tuned, Chris. It's the
sideline warning. We told you, look out, Ensworth. It's coming. It's coming to everybody.
Sideline warning against Ensworth. They're talking about it. We just saw them throw it. Or they're talking
that's
about.
Kind of a long discussion.
Well,
Scott.
they may be talking about is the Zaxby's drive-through open after 10 o'clock. I'm going to tell you right now, it's only 7:51. They got plenty of time to get some Zaxby sauce.
Or the Bellevue Mall. Is there still a Bellevue Mall?
Is the Bellevue Mall open after 9 or 10?
Is there still a mall? I'm not even kidding. I don't know.
There it is. Sideline warning.
Okay.
Against the Tigers.
Now we're even.
You called
Nobody can be mad.
It's always a matter of time. Like we said, if you have a middle schooler, they're back here on this practice field at Ensworth. There's 300 of them now.
42-yarder, Scott. This is easy for you, but tough for most people.
Rob Brinkman, Laster to kick. Well, they got pressure.
Block that one.
And that's blocked. Ensworth's going to have it on the right side. Tries to get
block.
outside. And he's down. But both teams now have blocked a field goal. And he just got in there easy. This is like watching an Iowa football game, right? You know, it's 3-0. It's not much pretty.
And Scott, when you get over 40 yards, especially, kickers they can't really get a lot of air under. They got to keep it a little bit lower to get the distance, and cost him that time. But I'm not blaming Laster at all, but it's understandable.
Yeah, they just came right up the middle and blocked that one. So Ensworth with 1:43 left to go in the second quarter, down 3. Moore gives that one to Mark Smith off the left side. Running, throws one guy down. My goodness.
Laster slipped, fell down, and not Laster, excuse me. A.J. Barbat, sorry. He was out there in good position and kind of slipped and overran it a little bit.
Either way, Tigers already have it. First down. 1:25 left to go in the second quarter. More looks. He's going to throw this one open. He's got a man.
Him too.
Oh, he dropped it.
Wow.
My goodness, he had him. Had him beat. Hit him in a bad place.
In the hands.
So 2nd and 10 from the Tigers 49. 1:17 left to go in the second quarter.
That's a beautiful pass right there. I know that receiver's going to be sick tonight thinking about that one.
Moore keeps that one. Gains 3, maybe 4.
I'll tell you what, Ensworth out of timeouts too, Scott. They're going to go fast.
Wow.
They have literally used all 3 timeouts this first half. And BA's going to
Brentwood
take
Academy
one.
just used their timeout. We'll take it with them. 1:05 left to go in the second. 3rd and 6 for the Tigers. Jeff, you're down there with the defense outside the huddle. What are you hearing from the defensive coaches?
Obviously, you guys just nailed it. I mean, Ensworth's coming out here. We helped them out a little bit, gave them a timeout. They have no timeouts, and they're trying to press here with 1:05 seconds left. But, guys, on the other side, I mean, we've got to figure out something at halftime. Their defensive line is absolutely blowing up our offensive line, so we got to get that fixed in the second half.
3rd and 6 for the Tigers. Levi Moore is going to keep it, rolling, looking. A.J. Barbat misses him, fumbles it backwards, out of bounds. Clock should stop, and it does with 58 seconds to go. So, Chris, Tigers really screwed that one up. Now they're going to have 4th and 12, and hopefully just get the punt away. I would think the Eagles would come after this.
Well, that's talking about Captain Obvious. I mean, they come after every punt, but
yeah.
But no, Barbat, he's just an important piece of this defense. He missed the game against the Texas school, but man, he was all over that one, and Moore just didn't have anywhere to go with it. Well, they didn't really come after it that hard, did they?
Nope.
Let's stay away from that one, buddy.
Kalmus lets it roll. Down inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. So with 51 seconds left to go, it really hasn't been an art show. It's not real pretty, right, Chris?
It's not real pretty. And, you know, with 50 seconds left, backed up on your own, 3 or 4 yard line, I don't think I'd get real cute right here either. I mean, you've got whatever momentum there is. There's not much. You've got it, and there's no need to give the home team a lot of hope going to the locker room.
Like we talked about, the winner of this game in the driver's seat for the number 1 seed in the West region, which is a huge advantage. The loser really sitting at number 2 in the West region. And what that means is obviously both teams get a bye, but if you're the 2 seed, you're going to face the 3 seed eventually in the quarterfinals out of the East, which is McCauley. That's already been decided. Tomorrow night, BA and Baylor, the top 2 teams in this, or MBA and Baylor, sorry, the top 2 teams in this division will face off. And Brentwood Academy, did they just call timeout? They did. Brentwood Academy calls timeout after this punt, and I'm going to take it with them. So after the timeout by the Eagles, they're going to decide to McIntyre take the snap under center, which I'm a big fan of that, right? We got a 1st and goal. Like, this is something they can work on, right, and use a little bit later. So, Chris, first half, I guess you're happy to walk away with 3-0 lead, right?
Well, considering they had 2 field goal attempts in the first quarter and missed both of them, one of them being blocked, I feel fairly fortunate to be up 3-0. But I think the second half, it's really going to be a lot of fun to see the adjustments made because this Brentwood Academy offense, averaging 39 points a game, has 3 on the board in the first half.
So after 24 minutes of not really pretty, but it doesn't matter how pretty it is, the Eagles take a 3-0 lead at halftime. We'll be back in 15 minutes.
quality time learning a new skill together, and there's a bonding that takes place in those hours that you can't beat.
That was the first time I have ever.
One of the things we love to hear is from our alumni who years later we hear the stories of how Interim has impacted choices that they've made and passions that they've developed in their lives. And it feels so good to know that we planted a seed.
Alumni tell us all the time that their Interim trips and their Interim courses are some of the best memories that they have from high school.
I am Alyssa Hall, Brentwood Academy's school counselor, and I am excited to introduce you to a new member of my team. We are getting a facility dog here at BA. His name is Winston. He is wonderful. He has been trained for a long time to be a service animal and had a little bit of a career change. So now he is a facility dog, and he has been trained in the last few weeks of his training to serve the BA community. We are so excited to have him on board and getting to support our students and our faculty here at BA. So now it's time to meet Winston.
Parent, teacher, coach, or friend.
He's just gonna come around and greet y'all, okay? That was a pretty good. We're gonna do knuckles, okay? Can you do knuckles? Knuckle? Okay, here you go. Knuckle. Here's another one. Knuckle. 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 Good job, babe. Push this. Good. Push this. Good. That's good. Good boy.
Oh, you can bother me,
Here, Winston.
buddy.
Look.
Look what I got. Go get it.
I did this for like 45 minutes the other day.
Bring it here.
Can you give a hug?
Come on, get up here.
Can you give a hug? All the way down. All the way down. That's okay.
Oh my goodness,
Every day.
That's okay. Good boy, Winston. Look, pick the trash up. Put it in the trash can. Good boy. Good boy. Give her a high five. It's just me.
Oh, thank you.
Sit. Sit. Wave goodbye. Yeah.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
Nation.
second half kickoff. Baronas to kick off for the Eagles. Deep to return for the Tigers. Number 1, Martez Cooksey. Number 23, Hayden Caldwell. And number 15, Zayden Moore.
Barona is set to kick off for the Eagles.
4.
We're going 4 yards deep with Chris Woodley. Take the under. 1 yard deep either way.
It's a little colder.
So we're going to go to Jeff Wilson here in a second. Jeff, you got a chance to talk to the coaches. What did you hear after halftime?
Yeah, guys, a lot of focus, obviously, on offense, the offensive line, and we've been trying to double team 55, and he's kind of having his way. So we're trying to, from a coach's standpoint, trying to shore that up and give us room to run the ball, and then obviously get that passing game going.
Thanks, Jeff. 1st and 10 Tigers. They keep it on the ground. Mark Smith with the carry. Up across the 25, close to the 26.
Scott, one of the things we noticed in the stats at halftime, these running backs are guys that BA has really been concerned about this week. They didn't do much in the first half because Ensworth really threw the ball a lot. And I noticed they start on the ground here 2 straight plays, and that's something to watch because the BA coaching staff very impressed with these backs at Ensworth.
Tigers 2 carries, 11 yards, first down. They're going to keep it on the ground with Smith. Has some running room, enough across the 35 up to the 36, another 5 yards.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why BA was concerned. I'm not sure I understand why Ensworth tried to throw the ball so much in the first half, but we'll see if the Eagles can get this running game slowed down.
Levi Moore keeps it off the left side. He's got running room, 45,
lots of running
50,
room.
Across into Eagle territory. Not brought down until he gets inside the 30 at the 28-yard line, maybe the 27. So Wentworth all on the ground right now.
Yeah, and you've got to look at, if you're on that side of the field, you've got to stay home and make sure you turn that thing back inside.
Ensworth keeps it on the ground. Brought down by a host of Eagles, but not till another close to 4, maybe 5 yards, Chris.
Feels like we're in the first quarter again.
Yeah.
as far as Tigers production.
Martez Cooksey on the carry for the Tigers. Tackle the play with number 56 Green for the Eagles.
Davis Green on the last tackle for the Eagles. Bring up 2nd and 5, 10-15 left to go in the third. Tigers keep it on the ground.
got
Levi
lots of
Moore,
room.
20, 15, 10, 5. Brought down, but it's going to be 1st and goal as Deuce Scott hangs on to him. And the Tigers all on the ground have 1st and goal from the 1 yard line.
Ensworth poised to take the lead here based on their running game. And Levi Moore, who's their leading rusher at halftime, is picking up right where he left off.
At the 1 yard line. 1st and goal, Tigers.
Scott, I expect both these teams to score a lot more this half. Not that that's hard to do.
And the Tigers do exactly what you said. Number 1, Martez Cooksey takes it in from 1 yard out with 9:48 left to go in the third. Tigers 6, Eagles 3.
Watch the snap, watch the hold. Estebanos to get.
The Tigers did it all on the ground with 9:48 left to go. Your new score, Ensworth 7, Brentwood Academy 3.
Estebanos' point after attempt is good. At 9:48 in the third quarter, Ensworth Tigers 7, Brentwood Academy 3. Thank you again to Mercedes-Benz of Music City for being tonight's game sponsor. Visit mbofmc.com to find out why they're Nashville's premier Mercedes-Benz dealer. Estebanos to kick off the Tigers, 10 and 27 deep for the Eagles.
Tigers set to kick off. Brentwood Academy was able to return the first kickoff.
Oh.
This is going to be a short one.
Uh-oh.
My goodness. No communication there as the Eagles are able to catch it. And they're going to have great field position.
That's good news, bad news.
Yeah.
The bad news is we didn't look ready for it. The good news is we got great field position.
Well, I mean, 9th game of the year, you got to be ready for
well, I mean, Scott, both teams 6 and 2. It is a huge game, but I mean, it's not like Ensworth's some big underdog. I mean, it's not like they're thinking they're 3 TDs worse than BA, and they've got to do something special. I don't know. Anyway, BA comes out smelling like a rose. How about that?
George McIntyre at quarterback. Deuce Scott's next to him. He'll give it to Deuce Scott off the right side. Scott looking for a little running room. Spins, turns, dances. Good
oh,
night.
My goodness, it's rugby.
Push the line. That should be enough for a Jonathan Skrill first down. Davis Green held on to him like they were doing couple skate, the Brentwood Skate Center. They were skating backwards.
I was thinking more like a Red Rover in elementary school. I don't know.
Come over. Either way, hey, whatever it takes, right?
Here comes pressure.
Well,
got to him.
And Ensworth is doing a good job of, everybody is talking about a game on Saturday. They won't let it go for another 16 years, but
no,
they're bringing an extra guy, right?
They are.
And Brentwood Academy's not blocking it.
What's the biggest play of the first half, Scott? It's a screenplay, right? That's where Ensworth brings pressure and they get caught, and here they come again. I mean, that's the kind of thing that's going to be there for BA, and that's what the adjustments you expect to be made.
Second and 10 at 49.
Here they come again.
Tigers bring pressure, and Brentwood Academy can't figure out where all the pressure's coming. And McIntyre's going to go down for another time. And a lot of people talked about off the run-pass option, the deep slants that they threw a couple of times in the first half were open against that protection of Ensworth, and that's hard to stop, but McIntyre doesn't have time to get rid of it.
Well, I mean, with every, action, there's a counter action, and expected Brentwood Academy to figure this out at halftime, and they're going screenplay here, but it's not there.
Nope. Not
that time.
So Ensworth defense has an answer for everything that Brentwood Academy's offense is trying to do. And after one good play by Deuce Scott, Brentwood Academy's offense goes backwards. It's going to bring up 4th and long with 8 minutes left to go in the third.
Well, here's where you look to Baronas and hope he can pin the Tigers deep in their own territory, and your defense can make a play.
Rob to snap, Baronas to punt. Good high kick.
And he did his part.
Porter will take the fair catch at the 7-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will have it. 1st and 10 at the 7-yard line.
At the Ensworth 9-yard line, where the Tigers will take over 1st and 10.
First and 10 Tigers. We'll have mark it at the 9-yard line. Levi Moore looks over. They never threw a pass on the last possession. Took it 80 yards for a touchdown. They'll stay on the ground with Moore.
Boy, he's got lots of room.
Runs down. Colby Jones is there to tackle him, but not till close to another first down for the Tigers.
Boy, Moore, I mean, I always thought of him as a passer, and he's got a great arm, but, man, he is killing BA with his legs.
At the 19-yard line, 1st and 10 Tigers.
Tigers give that one to Smith. A.J. Barbat tries to hold on, doesn't have him.
Oh, no.
Got some running room on the left side. Colby Harmon.
Well, that could have been a lot worse, Scott.
Ensworth already has over 100 yards rushing on the ground in the third quarter, and we're only 5 minutes into the third quarter.
Well, you got to get him down there in that initial surge where you could have had a TFL, and when you get a fast, shifty guy like that taking the other side of the field, you could be in trouble. Tigers are playing well, and if you're BA, you got to stay the course and wait for your chance and take it.
They'll keep it on the ground, had success, continue to, gain of 6. It's going to bring up 2nd and 4. Injury on the field for the Eagles. Will take a timeout as they take a look at it.
Down the play at the Ensworth 36-yard line will be 2nd down, 5 to go.
Colby Harmon, the injured Eagle, able to get up over his own power. Take a look at him. I think it was his shoulder maybe. We'll keep an eye on it down there with Jeff Wilson. Either way, 2nd and 5. Ensworth keeps it on the ground. They've had success. They'll continue to. First down, Tigers across the 40 up to the 41-yard line.
Mark Smith in the carry for the Tigers. Tackle for the Eagles, number 60, Hank Weber.
Yeah, Ensworth looked much better on offense this half, Scott, and the Eagles are going to have to make something happen.
Well, they're just lining up. They have yet to put the ball in the air. We're halfway through the third quarter.
Much better.
Good job there by the Eagles. Tigers keep it on the ground for a gain of 2. Bring up 2nd and 8.
Of course, the trap you fall into is your safety or your linebacker. You start creeping up against the run, and they go play action, and all of a sudden number 2 or somebody else is behind you, and that's the risk you run, and that's the whole idea of Ensworth being able to establish the running game this half.
Shamar Porter, the Kentucky commit, number 2, the man in motion. Look for him in this game. They've looked for him early in the first half, but why do you need him? They've had success on the ground. Mark Smith with the carry to bring up 3rd and 4.
Yeah, you got to stop the run first.
Right.
I mean, if you don't do that, they don't have to try to trick you.
Brentwood Academy's coming into this game 7 straight victories over the Tigers, 8 out of the last 10. Ensworth won 4 state championships in a row back in the mid-2000s. Brentwood Academy
10 through 13.
10 through 13. Brentwood Academy won 14 through 17.
Yep.
These 2 teams won 8 straight state championships.
Well, one in the middle that didn't go to one of these 2 schools. I forgot who got it, but it wasn't somebody from the mid-state.
Levi Moore, meet Davis Green. Davis Green, number 56, is the first guy there. And Davis Green is a guy, Chris, we've talked about all year long.
Well, there's a lot of MVPs, but he's one of them, if he's not the one. Going both ways, center, defensive line, and what a play there by the senior.
National Honor Society, I mean, just.
Is that good? I know you were one of those guys. I wasn't, but that's impressive.
Academically, he has his choice of whatever he wants to do. Just a fantastic kid. Coach White's told us on offense and defense, he's as good as they got.
Oh, my.
With high snap. It's an ugly punt.
You've never hit one of those. Oh, my goodness.
Boy, Kalmus pulled a.
Not a Keyshawn Lawrence because it didn't turn out the same way.
Yeah, so either way, Brentwood Academy is going to have it 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. First and 10 Eagles. McIntyre with 3 wideouts to the far side, 2 to the near side. Quick pass to Barnes, and that's going to be.
It's either complete or.
No, they're going to call an interception. Watch this.
Wow!
Intercepted. Just read it perfect.
Yeah, they both have possession, Scott.
We'll have to watch the replay right here as McIntyre waited. The guy read that perfect, Barnes. And I think he got it, Chris. He just stepped right in front of it.
They both had it. I don't know. Anyway.
Kind of a simple play. McIntyre throws it out to Barnes, and the Tigers read it perfect.
It looked like a jump ball to me, but maybe I'm wrong.
Levi Moore looks. He's going to go deep. This one right here is picked off. Anything you can do, I can do better. Isaiah Kane with the interception. 2 passes back-to-back right to the defense.
True, but, field position switch, okay?
Yeah.
BA's got a first down at the, 2-yard line, maybe 1 or 2 yard line. So, I'm going to say advantage Tigers on that one, but anyway, but better than the alternative.
Such a tough pass, though, that Ensworth had it on this far right hash, throwing it across the field.
Yeah, it was.
To the other. I mean, that's a
nothing
long
looked pretty about
pass.
that. Yeah, I mean, he had plenty of time, but there's really nobody open.
So 1st and 10 now. Brentwood Academy at the 2-yard line. Deuce Scott next to McIntyre. Scott's going to take it. Tries to get outside, maybe gets a yard.
Maybe. Boy, I tell you what, Scott, that was that last turnover by the Eagles was a tough one, and maybe the Tigers did have it. It was they definitely had it initially, but it looked like a tie going out of bounds. But boy, that really hurt the Eagles. And BA trying to just pound it up the middle, and there's really nothing there. I mean, that's the strength of the Tigers' defense.
Yep, right there in the middle.
And I get BA trying to be careful. I really do. But not much really there.
I feel like I'm watching a Big Ten football game right now.
And it feels like we're Iowa.
Yeah, 7-3, 2:33 left to go in the third. Eagles offense came in averaging 39 points a game. Held to 3 so far deep in the third, and McIntyre's going to keep this. Looks, throws it up. He's got a man.
Oh, what a catch.
What a catch.
Oh, my goodness.
Number 11, Meyer Pereira, The senior comes down with it. McIntyre fakes it, rolls out right, and you can see right here, throws it out, and Pereira with an unbelievable reception.
Boy, BA needed a big play, and they just got it. McIntyre to Pereira, first down, Eagles.
Give's going to be to Deuce Scott across the 40 up to about the 43. Gain of about 6, maybe 7. It's going to bring up 2nd and 3, a long 4 or short 4.
Scott, that play was huge. Circle that one.
What a catch by Pereira, the leading receiver for the Eagles. McIntyre throws that one to Ian Scott. There it is, the slant, wide open. The Jonathan's Grill first down into Tiger territory at the 46-yard line.
Tell you what, if you're Ensworth, you don't want to get McIntyre going here. And that kid gets in a rhythm, and it's going to be a long day or night for your defense.
He's just now not starting to smell like cigar smoke.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
You got to think about that. 1st and 10. Fake to Scott. Looks. He's got Jordan Barnes.
Oh, what
complete.
A throw.
Barnes got that one for another Johnson's Grill first down up to the 33-yard line. 1:22 left to go in the third.
Big first down. McIntyre looks significantly more comfortable. Ensworth still bringing pressure. BA picking up the pressure better than they were before.
We've got an Ensworth timeout. We'll take it with them. 1:15 left to go in the third.
Tell George not to be afraid to work at the inside too, because that safety's in the middle of the field. He'd have the man on the outside.
Star Physical Therapy is proud to team up with the Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance to provide the best sports medicine coverage for the Ensworth Tigers. Jill Keeler and John Michael Leppert are your certified athletic trainers. Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance and Dr. McKee are proud to support Ensworth High School athletics.
Work to the two-man this time. Two-man side.
After the injury timeout, good to see the Tiger able to get up. 1:09 left to go. He did not escape the pin. 1st and 10. Fake to Deuce Scott. Tigers blitz.
Pressure again.
McIntyre throws that one to Kalmus. It's going to be incomplete.
Boy, you see it there, the strategy on defense, Scott. I mean, Ensworth's bringing extra people to get pressure on McIntyre, and they're, daring him to make a perfect throw downfield, and good coverage by the Tigers there. And you're not going to make that every time. I mean, you're just not.
2nd and 10. Tigers blitz. Deuce Scott looks, gains a couple of yards, bring up 3rd down. You got to think they're in 4-down territory.
Possibly. I mean,
yeah.
I'm looking for a screen pass here to Deuce Scott. I mean, they are continuing to bring more and more pressure, and with 3rd and 9 coming up, they're going to bring lots of people. And we got an eagle down, Scott, so I think we're going to have a timeout, maybe a cramp, hopefully.
So we'll stay here as it's easier to find us than it is to find the Thursday night game on Amazon Prime. Obviously, always nice to be able to find a high school game. It's funny, Chris, and obviously we'll get to watch a big game over on West End tomorrow, NBA and Baylor, the two top teams in the East region. So Baylor with a new head coach. Obviously, Marty Uverard's done a great job. NBA, you'll be able to watch that game on their stream. It's always nice to watch a high school game for free.
True. There's no question about it. And, NBA is looking good over there this year. And the Lord knows they're trying to get over the hump and trying to finally get a gold ball.
Right.
I mean, they've gotten a bunch of silver ones, but it's been a while since they've got a gold one.
Right.
So I think they think this is their year to try to get one of those. And Baylor has something to say about that, and that's for first place in the East Division.
So that game will have a lot to do with first and second in the East Divisions. This game has a lot to do with first and second in the West Division.
This has everything to do about the West Division.
Lipscomb and CPA, hard to find that one online for free, but you can go and watch that one. But always fun to be able to just be able to find a game for free and watch it and enjoy it nowadays. McIntyre has it 3rd and long,
There's
and
the
Ian
slant.
Scott, and that one is tipped. It'll bring incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down at the 32-yard line. Honestly, too far for a field goal.
I think you got to go for it here at this stage. To have 31 seconds to go in third quarter, down 4. I mean, I don't see any. It's going to be a long field goal attempt, and take your chances here and see if you can pull it out here.
Eagles have to get to the 23-yard line for a first down. 31 seconds left to go in the third. McIntyre rolls right, looks. He's got Pereira to the right side, and that one's going to be thrown out of bounds, incomplete, turnover on downs. Ensworth will have it 1st and 10 with 24 seconds left to go in the third.
At the 32-yard line.
Tigers have it 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Brentwood Academy jumps. It'll be 1st and 5 at the 37-yard line.
Encouragement call against the Eagles. A 5-yard penalty moves the ball to the Tiger 37-yard line. It'll be 1st and 5.
1st and 5 at the 37-yard line for the Tigers. 24 seconds left to go before the end of the third. Mark Smith gets out. I'm going to cross the left side. Kason Kalmus takes him down. It'll bring up 2nd and 2.
That's a big play by Kalmus. I mean, that little back, I think, went to the house last year, Scott, from about 80 or 90 yards, and he's quick and fast, and VA shuts him down there as we end the third quarter.
So at the end of 3, don't change your station because it's like a Big Ten game. Ensworth 7, Brentwood Academy 3.
Ensworth would like to recognize and thank our game sponsor for tonight, Mercedes-Benz of Music City.
Excellent.
We got Jeff Wilson down there. So, Jeff, obviously you got to talk to some of the coaches. So, what are you hearing about? What's some changes they got to do offensively to get more than 3 points on the board?
Man, it's been a tough go of it tonight, guys. I mean, first of all, you got very first thing. Obviously, you got to get the ball back. You got to stave off this Ensworth offense. And my gosh, you got to think that number 2 is going to come into play here at some point. So first and foremost, get this Ensworth offense off the field, and then you just got to man up and play your game and mix it up, run and pass, and try to manufacture some points.
1st and 10, Ensworth. Jeff Wilson, the male model, gives us an idea of what he's talked about. But, Chris, this Ensworth running game can't be stopped.
Yeah, it can't, but, they've only got 7 points in over 3 quarters. I mean, you do have to stop it because you don't want to go down 11. Goodness knows you've only scored 3 points the whole game.
Ensworth keeps it on the ground. Run by number 1, Martez Cooksey.
Boy, these Ensworth running backs that VA was so concerned about getting going here in the second half, they really did nothing in the first half. And VA is struggling to get them slowed down here in the second half. Levi Moore, the big first half rushing, their leader in the first half.
1st and 10, Tigers inside Eagle territory down to the 39-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. That's where they've had all their success. They continue to. Smith takes him that one, and I think he's got another first down, Chris.
Yeah, it's Tigers got it going on, and let's see if BA can do their best, bend but don't break.
Belleville for the Eagles. Pick up of 10. First and 10 Tigers at the Eagle 28-yard line.
Be nice to see if the Eagles can get a little penetration here, Scott, and get a tackle for loss.
Ensworth keeps it on the ground. Smith avoids another tackle, and tackling
like that.
Finally wrapped up. As we said, the Brentwood Academy coaches approximately, you could touch them. I couldn't touch them where we are, but we're about 9 feet from them.
Actually,
to our right.
Can't and won't.
Yeah, you won't. Yeah, you're turned this way. They got
intense.
security.
They're intense.
You have security. You're kind of a big deal.
I am.
2nd and 12 from the 30.
Careful.
Just over 10 minutes left to go in the game.
VA defense got to be careful to watch the play action, but they're going to run it again.
Cooksey takes it. Ensworth getting all their yards on the ground right now, just keeping the clock running.
Yeah, 3rd and a little over 1 here, and the Tigers have got it going on. I mean, they've got all the momentum. We'll see if the Eagles can do something to slow them down.
24, Casey Thomas. 10 of 11 on the play, brings up 3rd and 1 from the Eagle 20-yard line.
Yeah, he's got him stopped, Scott.
Good job by the Brentwood Academy defense. It'll bring up 4th and short for the Tigers. In this ugly Big Ten battle, 7-3. It's kind of what you expect, right? In late October, right?
And apologies to all the Iowa fans, but they have had trouble scoring points this year.
It's a big play right here. 4th and a long one for the Tigers. Play clock at 10, game clock at 8:43.
He's got it, Scott.
Yep. Ensworth just figuring it out, just literally just kind of doing whatever they want to right now offensively, right, on the ground.
Well, I mean, it's not like they're gashing BA, but they're
Right.
getting 3 yards, 5 yards, 4 yards, 6 yards, and they're just methodically moving it down the field. Have they attempted to pass this second half, Scott?
It's a good question, Chris. Our statistician left. 1st and 10 inside the 15.
Got lots of room. Goodness. Nice job by
Going with
BA.
the third tailback. Luke Smith, one of the first guys there, along with number 6, Jordan Barnes on the
Boy,
tackle.
It looked like he had lots of room to cut it up right there, and he just, of course, I guess Brentwood Academy pursued the ball, which is great. Man, it's so loud with this DJ. I'm sorry.
That's like you're at the Brentwood Skate Center. Just get you a little Cubert or Tron in, and then get you a little couple skate with the music.
I'm having trouble focusing. Quick
Pitch is going to be to Smith. Turns it back inside. There's the Brentwood Academy defense, and there'll be a holding penalty on the play. That one's going to go against Ensworth.
That could be helpful.
Yeah. The back one, that one up 10 yards. 7:20 left to go in the fourth quarter. holding against the Tigers, A.J. Barbat, the injured Eagle, able to come up. He's okay. So that'll back it up. It'll bring up 2nd and 19 from the 23-yard line. 7:20 left to go in this fourth quarter.
Boy, not a good development to lose number 5. You got to hope you get him back quick. Nice pursuit.
Good job. Moore keeps that one. Jabari Simmons says, hello.
With one hand, I got this.
Yeah, the big cast on the left hand, so Simmons able to bring him down. It's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Tigers.
Well, VA's got to convert here and get their offense back on the field, down 4.
Like we said earlier, Eagles have won 7 games against the Tigers in a row. This game right here really is going to go a long way in determining who's number 1 and who's number 2 in the West region.
You think?
3rd and 19 from the 23. Moore has time, throws it to Porter.
Boy, that's
good. Oh, my goodness. Isaiah Kane hit him in the hands. That's why they put him at DB right there, as you'll see on
gee whiz.
On the replay. Kane reads this. It's he and Porter. Porter 6'2". Kane, my goodness gracious.
Just not a great pass. I mean, it was a timing thing. Scotty threw it before he's out of the break, and boy, BA missed an opportunity to grab that thing and keep a 0 on the scoreboard for the Tigers.
Tigers for the 40-yard field goal. Pressure is
blocked
blocked
again.
Kalmus is going to get this one. Needs a block. Kind of hesitates. What is he? I'm not sure what he's doing there. Running out of bounds at the 12. And that's where Brentwood Academy's going to have it. Instead of running upfield, they'll run it out of bounds. That's where Eagles will have it with 6:07 left to go in the fourth. The Brentwood Academy blocks their second field goal. Kalmus gets it, runs it out of bounds. Eagles will have it 1st and 10 at the 13. Coming in, averaging 39 points a game. Only have 3 on the board.
Yeah, they're below their average.
Thank you. Captain Obvious is McIntyre rolling, running for his life. Runs it out of bounds, gets it back to the original line of scrimmage.
That's the right play. I mean, Ensworth that time rushing 3 and still getting pressure on McIntyre, Scott. I mean, that's a little frustrating.
Yeah, dropped 8, only rushed 3, had pressure. McIntyre gets it, runs it out of bounds for a gain of about 1, maybe 2. So as much as they went with the running game, they're going, looks like, and they're going to keep it with Belleville.
I think that's a good call there.
So it's going to bring up to about the 20.
Not just because it worked, but they didn't bring any pressure that time. And Tigers obviously looking for passes.
Pereira and Wells to the near side, 2 wideouts to the far side.
Boy, they're confused on the defense, but it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Brentwood Academy 3rd and short, and they're not going to get it. It's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, I hate to say it, but I'd go for it. They're not going to, but
this offense has struggled all night tonight, and on 3rd and a short 2, they don't get it.
Like
they're going to have to punt.
Or tripped, it just. Boy, that's tough to give the ball back up with 5 minutes to go here in the ball game.
And Ensworth having a lot of success running the football right here in the second half.
And Ensworth was really confused on defense that time too.
Rob to snap, Baronis to punt. Takes this one, rolls, keeps running. Got it, he hammers this one.
Wow.
Porter calls for the fair catch and takes it inside the 30 at the 26, and that's where Ensworth will have it with 4:47 left to go in the game.
At the 28-yard line of the Tigers, will take over 1st and 10.
Levi Morris, quarterback for the Tigers. Chris, you would think the Tigers would keep it on the ground with the success they've had on the ground in the second half.
Yeah. With a 4-point lead and BA with only 3 points, yeah, I'd run the ball.
Good job by number 56, Davis Green, on Smith. Stopped him after a gain of about 1.
Well, at the risk of being called Captain Obvious for about the 50th time tonight, BA's got to get a stop here. And Ensworth player down there, Scott, maybe cramps.
We'll take a timeout with them.
I thought we'd make adjustments and really score a lot this year, but did nothing.
Second and 8, 4:20 left to go in the game. Tigers keep it on the ground. It's going to bring up 3rd and 8, maybe 7. Chris, honestly, I think Ensworth is okay doing this because Brentwood Academy's offense hadn't really threatened.
They haven't. Here's the risk you run if you're Ensworth. You really need a first down because BA's 1 play away from the lead.
Right.
But for BA, you got to stop them, get the ball back, and give yourself a chance.
Play clock down to 2-1, and Ensworth is going to have to use another timeout. We'll take it with them. 3:31 left to go in the 4th. Eagles down 7-3 to the Tigers.
Reminder to join us on Friday, November 4th, when your Ensworth Tigers will be hosting the first round of the TSSA playoffs here in Daly Stadium. And as a reminder, fans, as you leave tonight, please be a good sport and toss your trash into the receptacles provided.
After the first timeout for the Tigers, they'll have 3rd and 7, back up to the 31-yard line. Moore looking. That pass is incomplete. So it'll bring up 4th and 7 from the 31, 3:27 left to go in the 4th.
Well, that's a double win, Scott. I mean, if I'm Captain Obvious tonight, I'm going to keep being that guy. No first down, clock stops, no timeout needed, 3:27 left. And if you're the BA offense, here's your chance. You're going to get the ball back, probably with decent field position, and you got to get a score. You got 3 timeouts left, so it's all about execution at this point.
You hope right here Kason Kalmus fields this one no matter what. Snap to the right, kick, good kick. Kalmus over his right shoulder, gets it 35, tries to make a man miss, does. Gets it up to the 39-yard line. That's where the Eagles will have it with 3:17 left to go in the fourth.
Return for the Eagles. Technical play for the Tigers by number 40, Jack Fleming. It'll be 1st and 10, Brentwood Academy at the 39-yard line.
McIntyre with Belleville on his right hip, one wide out to the near side. Belleville's going to hit this one, maybe gain a yard, and he does up to the 40-yard line.
I'm totally okay with a little run here and there. You got 3 timeouts left, good field position. That one obviously did not work out well. And you're going to have to really count on your offensive line to either provide some holes or make some time for McIntyre. But
Barnes and Scott to the far side, Kropp and Pereira to the near side. Screen's going to be to Belleville, and nobody blocks. Great play by the Tigers as they throw the screen to the left side, and nobody gets blocked.
You got to block one guy, and he doesn't get blocked.
Nope.
So
Liggett makes a great play. So 3rd and 10 from the 39-yard line, 2:20 left to go in the game. McIntyre looks, throws it across to Deuce Scott's got to get upfield, does. Across the 50, up to about the 40, let's see where they'll mark him out, 44-yard line.
Well, big conversion there. Man, am I going to be that guy all night? I mean, it wasn't, anyway. Good play call, good execution. Eagles with the first down. Nice to see, honestly.
1st and 10, 2:08 left to go in the game. Colby Jones next to McIntyre. Gives going to be Jones off the right side, 40. Runs over a guy up to about the 36-yard line, 37-yard line. And bring up 2nd down for the Eagles.
Well, nice play. Nice tackle by the Tigers there. Otherwise, Jones is still running.
Everybody's standing on both sides right now.
It's because they're cold.
McIntyre's going to give that one to Jones again. Maybe gain a yard.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd down, not a first down.
Ball's going to be at the 35-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 1. 1:28 left to go in the game. McIntyre fakes to Jones, looks, throws it up. It's got Pereira. It's going to be incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th and 1.
This is where I go under center and sneak it.
Right.
But,
right.
And maybe put a big boy behind McIntyre and make sure he gets the push he needs. But you got to get that first down.
Well, you got Deuce Scott coming in, so you got to think, right? They're going to give it to number 40.
Shotgun. I know it's modern football. I don't know.
Everybody. Boy, Ensworth jumped off sides.
You can get the Ensworth
My
to jump off sides.
goodness. Talk
that's
about
5 yards. Wow.
So the Tigers jump off sides with 1:15 left to go in the game. Eagles will have it 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Captain Obvious said a field goal does no good. Eagles have to get it in the end zone. McIntyre has 3 wideouts to the far side or near side. Pereira, Scott, and Kropp, 2 wideouts to the far side.
Here comes pressure.
They're bringing pressure. McIntyre looks. No time. Taken down. Back at the 35-yard line. Brentwood Academy has all 3 timeouts. Chooses to finally use one with 1:05 left to go in the game.
Second and 14 for the Tigers, 34-yard line.
After the timeout for the Eagles, second down and long. McIntyre looks, has time, throws a strike to Scott. It's going to get down to the 26-yard line. Bring up 3rd and 6 for the Eagles, under a minute to go. McIntyre's going to throw this one up. Incomplete. With 39 seconds left, that'll bring up 4th and 6. Ball's going to be at the 26-yard line. Chris, really, this is it because Brentwood Academy's already used a timeout. So with 2 timeouts, you can't stop the clock. This is, if they don't get a first down, it's over.
Yeah, I mean, do you call a timeout and make sure you got the right play call
Great
here
question.
or not? I don't know.
They don't. Here come the Tigers. They're going to bring some pressure. They do. McIntyre looks, doesn't have anything. It's complete.
Oh, my goodness. What a play by McIntyre. There's a flag down there.
There's a flag way down at the 7-yard line. So we'll see.
But what a play by the sophomore, Scott. That's poise.
McIntyre's
right
got
there.
2 guys hanging on him.
That's poise.
Gets that one complete. Enough for a first down, so we'll see what they're going to call.
I can't imagine it being offensive pass interference, so we'll see. Yeah, it's going to go against the Tigers, Scott.
Yeah.
It's going to be a kind of an exciting 31 seconds,
You
I think. Yeah, I think. I mean, I don't know. VA up on the ball. They're going to take the play, Scott.
Yeah. Holding against the Tigers.
No, they're going to take the penalty.
They will take that penalty. It'll be 1st and goal.
Goodness gracious.
Inside the 10-yard line.
Wow.
Down to the 8-yard line. 31 seconds left to go.
2 timeouts for the Eagles left.
Got time to run it. They don't. McIntyre looks. He's got time to run it. He keeps spinning, turning, throws it. Complete touchdown. Touchdown, Eagles.
Touchdown. Yes, sir.
George McIntyre.
Wow, what a play.
Completes the pass. And you can see he spins, turns, hits the B button right there. Throws that one complete. And what a great catch. As Kropp catches that one, and the Eagles go up 9-7 with 21 seconds left to go before the end of this game.
I didn't know it could happen, but I'm speechless.
So Brentwood Academy takes a timeout, and we'll take it with them. George McIntyre, also a.k.a. a young Houdini. My goodness, throws that one.
Man.
Griffin Kropp, great catch.
It's just fun watching magic.
Rob to snap, Brinkman to hold, Laster to kick. Snap is down, kick is up. On top of the Aquatic Center, it's good. 21 seconds left to go in this game. We'll stay here. Brentwood Academy leads 10-7. George McIntyre to Griffin Kropp. Hey, as we always say, it's not an art show, it's a math contest.
That's what you always say.
And I'll tell you what.
And you're right.
This is not an art show. Don't go to Cheekwood looking for the pretty paintings right here.
No, it's been ugly, Scott. But the beautiful thing at this point with 21 seconds left is the scoreboard, and that's 10-7 Eagles.
Once again, we've said it before. NBA and Baylor will play tomorrow for the number 1 and 2 seed in the East region. McCallie, already the 3 seed in the East region. the winner in this game really is set for the number 1 seed for sure, right, Chris?
That's right. I mean, well, Brentwood Academy's got to beat MUS next week, I believe. I don't know how the tiebreaker breaks out, but let's just say this. The 3 folks in the East, being Macaulay, MBA, and Baylor, are considered the 3 best teams in the state. And these 2 guys, BA and Ensworth,
nobody
knocking on the door. I mean,
Yeah.
they're kind of 4 and 5, battling it out, and but they're good enough to win it all if they get you on the right night. Easier to win 2 straight than 3 straight.
So it's so important because the 1 and 2 seed obviously get a bye. The 1 seed will play the winner, I think, out of the 4 East and 5 West in the quarterfinals at home on November 11th. So that bye November 4th. But Brentwood Academy will play MUS next week on senior night.
Got to finish it off strong there.
Well, keep an eye on number 2, Shamar Porter.
Got to finish it off strong here first. Yeah, watch number 2.
A lot of people are rewinding to about 10 years ago when Jalen Ramsey was a senior. NBA had 4th and 24, completed it in the Corn Elder days as Levi Moore looks, throws it, incomplete.
Trying to, like, scare people? Or
yeah,
what?
I'm trying to.
It is Halloween.
I'm trying to keep them here. We get paid for the ratings. We get paid for the ratings.
My
we get
goodness.
big bucks.
People are going to have nightmares thinking about that one.
18 seconds left to go, 2nd and long. Green and Husband and Weber on the defensive line. Eagles are dropping 8. Good pressure by Green. Pass is complete. Brentwood Academy will take that all day.
I mean, I'm sitting here thinking, yes, good pass, good catch, and I'm cool with it. Scott, we were told by Coach White, we thought all along it was going to be a nail biter, and it hasn't disappointed in that regard.
15 seconds left to go. Tigers 70 yards away from the end zone. Moore throws that one up. It's going to be batted down. Number 3, Isaiah Kane. 10 seconds left to go. 2nd and 10 from the 30.
Scott, 10 seconds left. How many straight has BA beat Ensworth again?
7 in a row.
So this could be 8 if they can survive these last 10 seconds.
As we said, 8 is enough early in the game. Keys to the game. This 8th win over the Tigers would be enough for the Eagles to secure the number 1 seed in the West region.
A lot of nervous and upset people in Bellevue right now.
Moore looking, Green putting pressure. Moore's going to throw this one up. He's got Porter. Oh, just went through his hands.
Well, that was almost perfect, Scott.
Boy, that was perfect. And here, let me tell you right now, there's 2 seconds left to go. I'm not a defensive coordinator, but I'm getting 6 of them.
Wait, prevent, just like the dirty word, right?
I mean,
prevent.
golly.
This is what prevent's all about right here.
I'm going to tell you, somebody's going to take a timeout. I don't know who it is, and we're going to figure out right now. The Eagles will take a timeout. We'll take it with them with 2 seconds left to go in this game.
Can you take the deep third?
Two seconds left to go. Tigers have to go 70. Brentwood Academy has 4 on the line. Simmons, Scott, Green, Weber. They're going to bring pressure, and they do. Not sure what Moore's going to do here. This pass is intercepted. Luke Smith intercepts it, and that's the final. Brentwood Academy wins 10-7 over Ensworth. And Chris, that sure secured the number 1 seed in the West region for the Eagles.
Barring a bad effort next Friday night, BA gets the number 1 seed from the West, and at worst picks up the number 1, 2, or 3 seed from the East in the semifinals, and that's a big deal. The East much better. The Eagles just really persevered tonight. I mean, they were not great. This wasn't their best game, but they got it done.
Well, it wasn't an art show, but it was a math contest. The Eagles come into Bellevue and take the victory over the Tigers 10-7. Next week, they'll be at home for the final home game on senior night versus MUS out of Memphis, and it should be a battle, but what a win, what a game. Chris, you got anything to leave us home with?
No, it's a great win in Bellevue, and it always is, and we head back to Brentwood 7-2 and ready to capture the West #1 seed and get on with the playoffs. Let's go, Eagles.
It's a final from Bellevue. Brentwood Academy 10, Ensworth 7. Good night, everybody.